Hi, I'm Jerry Hammond, and the last time we caught up was back at the Cranneveril, which is a local lake near where I live, and I was persevering with the zigs. It was freezing cold. I had one rod out on maggot, and I did actually catch a fish fishing over the top of the maggot on a boilie, but that was it. It was really, really tough conditions, really hard going, but thankfully now the sun has finally arrived, and what a godsend this is. Been waiting far too long for it. Anyway, to bring you up to date, the last couple of weeks I've had some really good fishing. I'm still persevering with my old favourite method for this time of year, which is a zig rig. And last week I was over at Kingsmead, up at near Horton, near Heathrow, and the water was a bit coloured over there, and I still had a real good suspicion that the fish were up in the layers. And every year, this time of year, I've done really well on the zigs, but we seem a month behind at the moment. And last week I actually struck luck, and I ended up catching 3 fish. The first one was a 28 common, an absolute stunner. That was caught on just a bit of black foam tipped with a bit of yellow, just to give it a bit of colour. The water was so coloured that I felt that the fish would literally have to be bumping into my bait to actually get a take. I even glugged it in a bit of pineapple and butyric acid, just a little bit of a confidence boost more than anything. Yeah, that night was absolutely freezing cold, and the rain was pouring down, and at 1 AM in the morning, one of the zig rods is away, and out in the pouring rain, just a t-shirt, managed to land a 25-pound mirror. Another one caught on the zigs. I think I was fishing 12 foot in about 14 foot of water. The next morning I was more or less packing up and going. I had a few hours before I had to leave, and luck was really on my side that session. I had another take and resulted in a 32.5 common, which to me just told me now's the time for me to get them zigs into action, because they're well and truly up in the layers. Over there, like I say, the water was coloured, and I don't think they were anywhere near the bottom, to be honest, and I don't think they had been for a long time. But with that bit of confidence now, knowing that the fish are up in the layers and now's the time for the zigs, I was ready to go and catch some more. So that brings us more or less up to date, really. That was last week. But this session now, where I am now, I'm on another little lake that's local to me. Beautiful little water. I fished it on and off over the years for quite a long time. And but there's one fish in here I really dearly wanted to catch, but I didn't want to spend too much time here fishing for that one particular fish when I've caught quite a lot of the others. So it's a kind of like a lake that I drop onto every now and then, and basically I just love it here. I just really enjoy myself. It's beautiful surroundings, and it's just 5 minutes from my house, which makes it even better. So I started this session over here straight away using the zigs. Why not? The fish are obviously up in the layers from the most recent trip I've done. So I opted to use the foam tips with the yellow on both rods, glugged in a bit of pineapple and butyric acid for the first night. And I was beginning to wonder as the night drew in whether I'd made the right decision. Basically, nothing had happened, and at 11 o'clock at night I lost one on a zig. So straight away I thought, well, I've had a bite on a zig, so hopefully there's no reason why I shouldn't get another. I'm a big fan of the zig bugs. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm sort of mad, I'm obsessed with the things. And when the water clears up, and this lake here is quite clear compared to where I've been fishing, and I've got a few new zig bugs that I've had made up with wings on them, and they just look absolutely fantastic. So the fish that I lost, I swapped it for a zig bug, and then recast the rod to the same sort of area, really. And during the night, the other rod went, I think, another 3 times, and I caught 3 more fish, mainly commons, up to sort of just under 20 pound. The one on the zig bug had remained motionless until about just on first light there was a take. Real sort of subtle take. You don't really get. I like to fish when I'm fishing on the zigs. I fish locked up tight, bobbins at the top. All you're going to get is either a couple of little bleeps or just a drop back, just a drop back to the floor. And all the other takes were drop backs to the floor. I just jump up, wind down on them, and they're on the end. But this one, just give it a couple of little bleeps on the right-hand rod. Bobbin moved a little bit. I got next to the rod. I see that the bobbin moved again, and I wound down, and there was a fish on. Giving it it came in fairly easy to begin with until it got right close in the margins. And then once in the margins, it started putting up a scrap. Anyway, I see the fish roll, and I noticed it was a mirror, whereas all the other ones were commons. And in my heart, I'm thinking, oh, wouldn't this be nice if this is the one I want? Yeah, so she really started fighting hard in the margins. And once again, I got it in close. I see it as a fairly good fish. And I couldn't believe it. It rolled again and went into the net. And I thought to myself, that really does look like my target fish on here. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like gobsmacked when I looked in the net. So much so that I had to go and check photos on my iPad to make sure it was that fish, even though I knew it was. And there it was, the fish that I've been after, a fish named sea scale. And I can't say I've been after it because I haven't fished it for a long time, but it's one that I wanted. And to catch that was just like, that's made my year already. Anyway, lifting it out of the water confirmed how heavy it was, and she went 42 pounds, so I'm one happy angler. And once again, the old zig bug's done me proud. You know, hopefully there's still quite a few months of this zig fishing for me, and I'm going to make the most of it.